Zip away.
Hi, I'm Steve, the zipline guy.
Ziplines. They've been around for years, attached to backyard tree forts and part of summer camp adventures. Today, ziplines are better than ever, longer, faster, and higher. With the help of my experienced crew, we travel the country, designing, installing, and operating zipline tours. So welcome to our business projects and help us grow awareness and provide experiences for more people to zip away. Last time on Zip Away, we traveled on down to Las Vegas to hook up with John Payne and his musicians from his band, Asia, featuring John Payne. We are going to go ahead and get them to make us a custom song just for the TV show. So we're going to hang in the studio here with Lucy and Bindi the cat and some also other cool cats as well. We've got John Payne on the guitar, Jeff Marshall on the guitar.
Yeah, he was not happy.
We have Jonathan Gilchrist, who's also going to be on the keyboards, flute, and harmonica. And we have Frank Klepecki on the drums. Julian's going to help us out as studio assistant and helping with all the microphones and software. And Tyler's been brought in to help me videotape the whole process. And my role there is to help educate the musicians on our cameras. We're not there to embarrass them and then get out of their way and let them be creative. And they're going to start just by sitting around, picking the guitars, playing the instruments, having some casual warm-up time. And it looks like it's not productive, but it's actually very productive because the musicians now are loosening up and getting creative. Also, while they're free picking or hitting the drums, that's allowing Julian in the studio and John to test all the microphones, make sure they're playing, and start sequencing and balancing all the sounds. Because on the mixing board, every microphone on every drum, cymbal, guitar, keyboard, flute, stereo microphones, ambient microphones around the room itself, all have to be balanced and harmonized so not one sound is too dominant over another. Getting relaxed, warming up, Julian doing some last minute microphone and adjusting work, sitting by the fire, the musicians are getting comfortable and getting into their groove. Here we're watching Jeff and John warming up on their instruments, but also they're tuning in to their individual headset system because that's like a micro equalizing board that tunes in the frequencies and the harmonies and the sound levels just for their earpieces and headsets. So everybody hears differently and they can self-tune it to best hear the song and play on key. So with the musicians with their headsets can hear each other, standing there in the studio, it's actually kind of hard to hear them and follow along with the song. And when Frank kicks in with the drums, he drowns out all other noises, and it's hard to follow along and hear how the song sounds. Even though I'm in the room, I was still working with Tyler getting cameras set up. I was helping Julian with the microphones and getting the drums set up for sound level and sound checks. And then as I realized what was going on, I kind of started to hear tunes and melodies coming out of these guys. And it wasn't until after the fact that John had told me he had a couple ideas and melodies in his mind, and he shared that with Jonathan and with Jeff, and then the creative talent of the three of them, with their minds together, started forming a melody of the song To Be. So here's a crash course how it works. When an artist is laying down musical chords on a keys or a guitar, it's being recorded on the software on an individual track that can be later played back, sped up, slowed down, added sounds to, or erased and done again. So you have the studio, you got them in there doing guitar work. There's Jeff and John working on some raspy chords. Then he shifts into his other more acoustic guitar and starts laying down a really cool riff, which puts a new track line on the computer screen. Julian's sitting there recording it and getting it all synchronized. Meanwhile, outside the studio, Frank here is hearing Jeff in the studio and then kicks in his drums and lays down tracks for all his individual microphones. The snare, the tom drums, the cymbals, the kick pedal, the ambient room. So as you see, all these tracks merge together and form a song. And in the end, there ends up being 35 tracks merged overlap to make this one 15-minute song. As the musicians create these 35 different tracks using the drums, different guitars, different rhythms and sounds, different basses, different acoustic guitars, ambient noise adjustments. Sometimes it goes easy and it's fun and it's no problem. So John's laying down some fresh tracks that are just off the fucking hook. Oh, John's laying down some tracks that are just off the hook. Liquid gold is flowing from his fingers.
Liquid plastic.
Liquid plastic. But we're going to catch it now in real time, and you can see what I'm hearing, and it's off the charts. Check this out. Other times, it's not so easy, and it seems no matter what you do, there's always a problem where you make a mistake. And it's take after take after take.
Over the top. See you at the end.
Day one of recording was an 18-hour studio day. Now we're on day 2, and we're about 9th to 10th hour in. We don't have Julian, so John has rigged up some kick pedals on the floor to turn the recording on and off as he needs. Yes! He finally nailed the transition that's been giving him difficulties.
No!
Oh, you bumped the pedal.
Okay, here we go. This is the one, Steve.
This is the one. Take, who cares, whatever. Folks, I'm here with John Payne in the studio.
Good one, wasn't it?
That was awesome! I am so blessed to be here in John Payne's studio, laying down this whole fresh track just for the TV show. We had Frank Klepecki here laying down great drums. Jonathan Gilchrist came in with his awesome keyboards and whips out a flute and whips out a harmonica, and whips out a saxophone and a violin. The guy's a walking orchestra all on himself. We had Jeff Marshall laying down awesome guitar riffs. We had John Payne himself, who's also laying down these great bass notes, but he's also doing Steely guitar and a softer Marshall guitar. So between these truly gifted, touched by a higher power musicians, they collaborated and made something from nothingness. And I got to witness firsthand them score up the first sheet and only sheet that shows the musical chords and the rhythm and timing and the beat layout structure from which they created everything else you're gonna hear. So I'm truly honored and blessed. Oh, to be behind the camera and witness that, truly, truly a magical opportunity for me. So thankful. I hope it's not my last time to see it, but if this is the last time I've ever seen it, a once in a lifetime experience. Okay folks, I'm so excited. This is the first rough cut listening of the soundtrack that John and the musicians put together. There'll be a bum note here too because he hasn't engineered the sound, but this is my first time hearing it start to finish, and I'm so excited. Let's check it out. This song ended up being just over 15 minutes long with 5 different melodies. It's called Journeyman Z, and you can buy it on our website under our soundtrack. Now, you gotta appreciate, we're gonna clean it up. Rough edges, but that was the first time I've heard it start to finish. Tremendous. I'm just speechless. John, that's great.
Cool.
Just great.